So, an NAACP president lie about being racially profiled? Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Conversations Logic and Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. If America really truly is a racist nation, as a lot of black folks keep claiming, then why is it that you find that so many blacks are staging these false claims of being, discriminated against, false claims of racism? And there are plenty of white supremacists in this country. You think that they wouldn't have to. Why would you take the job of a white supremacist when there's enough white supremacists going around to do this very thing that you claim that they're doing? And yes, there are plenty of staged examples by blacks who lie about being racism against them, from the greatest to the least. In most cases, we really don't hear about them. The only time that we really hear about these cases are the more high profile ones, such as Justice Smollett. You hired two black people to stage a racist act against you, supposedly by a mega hat wearing white supremacist. Right? So in a country filled with all these white supremacists, you mean tell me you couldn't find a white supremacist to actually do it? I mean, they already supposedly hate black people, right? Imagine them getting paid to hate a black person. So you couldn't find a white supremacist, or in fact, you didn't have to pay a white supremacist. If they're all around, they would have just done it regardless. But you got to hire a black person to put a rope around your neck, put bleach on you, and say it was a mega hat wearing white person. Well, another particular case that happened was a claim by an NAACP president and Reverend Gerard Moultrie. Now, he claimed that a police officer pulled him over because he was driving his Mercedes-Benz in a nice neighborhood. And the police also told him that he was doing him a favor by not taking him to jail and giving him a ticket. This was the claim that he made, that he uploaded on Facebook or on social media. However, the body cam footage says something completely different.
Hey, how are you? I'm all right. I'm Officer Miles with the Timothville Police Department.
Yes, sir.
Got your license, registration, proof of insurance on you?
I'm losing.
Okay, that's fine. Are you the owner of the motor vehicle?
Yes, sir. I just transferred it.
You just transfer? Okay. What's your name?
Jamie Moultrie.
Okay. You got your driver's license on you, Mr. Dunn? But the reason why I'm coming in contact with you is whenever you took the left right here, you didn't signal. Okay, that's the only reason why I'm coming in contact with you, okay? All right, Mr. Moultrie, here you go, okay? Your registration. Try not to drive the car no more until you can get the proper documentation, because this registration has to come back to 1992, okay, GMC truck. And it's even in the system as that too. But what I'm saying, you got to have the proper registration and everything, and insurance and all that stuff to actually indicate that plate comes back to this motor vehicle, okay? Because when I run the plate, it's still coming back to this. It's not coming back to your car.
Okay, I understand that, but look, I just bought the car the other day. I switched the tags.
Well, you probably need to go to the DMV and ask them how come it's not registered in the state of South Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles. It's still coming back to that truck.
I understand that, but this is what I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I switched the tags from the truck to the car. They told me at DMV, the dealer put that on there to show that the tag's gonna be transferred.
Right.
And all I need to do is keep this registration in there and this bill of sale.
They told you wrong. You got to have the proper documentation in your motor vehicle that actually matches the car that you're operating on South Carolina highways in order for it to be legal to operate on South Carolina highways. They told you wrong, okay?
All right.
All right? Other than that, there's your driver's license. Just make sure you wear your seatbelt at all times while operating the motor vehicle on South Carolina highways and drive safe, okay?
So clearly Moultrie was lying, right? The body cam footage tells the tale. The police told him that he was pulled over for failure to use his turn signal, not because he was a black person driving a nice car in a white neighborhood, okay? And the police officer told him, also informed him that the plate on his Mercedes-Benz didn't match a Mercedes. It was for a Suburban, and he said, well, that was his older vehicle before the Mercedes, and the cop told him where the information wasn't transferred, he would have to get that taken care of. And it basically told him, you need to have this taken care of before you drive on South Carolina roads. You need to get that taken care of, and have a nice day, be safe. So clearly there was no misuse, no mistreatment of this black man. But you see exactly how a lie can start. And black folk were starting to lose their mind. And I remember when this happened, because I remember when it was about 3 or 4 years ago, but I remember when this happened and black folk were taking it to the Facebook crying about racism. But in this case, the police officers quickly released the body cam. Once that body cam footage was released, black folks became silent. I ain't never seen black people get silent that quick. Now, I always say that the left will do anything to push, or willing to do anything to push their narrative, even lie. Here's a perfect example of that. Lying through his teeth. And look at the position that he has. You're a president of the NAACP. You're a reverend pushing God's word. And one of God's words is, don't be a liar. But yet you're going to sit up and tell a lie. Don't bear false witness. Now, I have to ask, what if there wouldn't have been no body cam footage? Black folk will be losing their mind over a lie. And this is how quickly and easy it is to get black people in race mode. Just tell a lie. It's, like I said, I just have no respect for this dude. Because you telling me that you really care about black people? If you cared about black people, you wouldn't be trying to lie about racism and making false claims. If you really cared about black folk, you'll be telling black people to go out there and succeed, like black conservatives do. There's nothing holding you back. So why waste your time crying about racism or the idea of racism when you can go out here and achieve whatever it is that you want? And most claims of racism, or most racism that exists, is just little to nothing, and it's not stopping a single black person from achieving anything. But and you know what I'm saying? But instead, this dude chose to push out a narrative to try to paint a race narrative. And I understand that these race hustlers make their money off of hustling and peddling race. But then don't lie and say that you care about black people. And black folk, when are y'all going to wake up to this? But if there was no body cam footage right now, this would be another example, another excuse that black people can use to cry about how police officers are wrongfully mistreating black people in America. That cop treated this man with nothing but respect, didn't even give him a ticket, just told him, hey, you violated a traffic law. If this cop was really a white supremacist, he could have really went on him, but he didn't. I mean, he even told him, have a nice day and be safe, but you need to go check and make sure you get the information straight with your plea. And that's it. And this is racism. I tell y'all, if this is racism, and this is the racism that a black person has to face in America, long live America. Anyway, y'all, as always, until next time.